What's up? This is from my YouTube subscribers. We hit 100. We at 100. Let's get more subscribers so this channel could keep growing. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. So this is some figures. I pulled out my collection of the stuff that I've been buying recently, stuff that's not open. And these probably mean the most to me because the age, and the age is usually the reason what makes the figure valuable to me because of my childhood, and it just brings me back to when I was a little kid, not having enough money, but having a little bit to where I could pick out one figure, and it's just a great time, a great time for collecting when you're a little kid. So let's get straight into it, but we don't have to rush because this ain't a short. This is a regular video. So let me take a second, breathe, and let's go. So the first one is actually, I thought I picked this up as a kid because I remembered the figure, but I forgot about the cape, and I didn't even know it came with a comic book. So I don't, I remember having this figure, but and having this thing, but I don't remember the sword. I don't remember the Spawn comic book, but it might have did. It's just been so many years. This came out in 1994, and the regular price on here was for $49. And I think because it was a little damaged, I don't care if it's damaged. I don't mind the plastic being a little stuff like that because it's no damage to the figure and the stuff inside. But I was thinking about opening this, but see, my thing is space. I don't have space to set up anything. I have to buy a bookshelf. That's my next thing I should be doing is buying a bookshelf, setting that up, getting a tall one, and just start, opening up the older stuff because let me explain something about these figures. I would never sell these kind of things. Anything from 1990 and 1999 and below, I probably will keep for the rest of my life just because that time means something to me. So the figures I do pick up, I'm keeping. I'm probably going to open them up and I'm just going to cherish them and worship like it's a Buddha. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why I'm obsessed and why I cling, but I guess this is just, I'm just going to roll with it. I love fucking toys. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to spend my rest of my life collecting these bad boys. You know what I mean? And my goal is I'm saving all my pennies so I could own a house, put a down payment on a home. I don't know, in California it's so expensive out here. But, yeah, that's what I'm saving for. I want to have my own man cave, and it will happen all due in time. Hard work pays off. So, let's go. And I'm just rambling. If you guys like videos like this, and see, I had to turn the camera sideways, and I'm going to have to crop it and all that. So I noticed, too, since I learned how to edit and been using little edits and stuff, and I take longer making my shorts and stuff. So I'm like, it's all time consuming. I need to just go back to just shooting the shit and giving it, excuse my language, shooting the crap and just giving you some solid content, some pierce content, straight genuine from the old, what is it, cortisone or heart? The old heart. I'm just getting old. So yeah, this is 1994 and it was listed for like $49. And these are all little treasures, and I should start going to toy stores and just flea markets and stuff like that and just seeing if I can find a good price. So the thing is, I'm not going to pay $49, $50 for something like this. If I see it for like 14, 15, under $20, yeah, I'd be picking it up, because I'm still bargaining. Like I said, I'm trying to stack my cheese, so I'm trying to spend as less as possible I can on stuff that I like to collect. And that's why I don't get stuff that I want. So right now, I'm stacking so I could get something that I really want. I think it's a card break. I want to do card breaks on here because action figures is pretty cool showing and all that, but I want to and just, feel cards. I love action figures and card collecting. I love cards, but like I said, it's a space issue too. But with cards, I think, I could get a 36 box, bam, I could bust out like 5, 6 videos with that. And the space is, I still have space. But with action figures, I have a bunch of these things and I have limited space. And I just start feeling like kind of a hoarder when I don't have nowhere to put them and stuff. So it's just, it's not bad like that, but you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel. Sorry, I'm rambling. And this figure, I don't even know who this is, but it was the Uncanny X Force. Who is this? G.W. Bridge. I probably know who he is because I watched the cartoon. I watched the cartoon, for sure. I even tried to watch the newer one, but it just didn't hit for me. I guess on the Disney one, the '97, or I forgot what it's called. But yeah, I tried. It just, I guess I'm just hella old and I'm not into X-Men anymore. But yeah, it's really awesome that they brought it back out. I need to just give it a shot again and just sit down and watch it because I probably really would enjoy it because I love this original show. And this is the one I just recently picked up, and it still has a price. So I paid $14.99 for this. And let's just take that price tag off if possible, just so we could show. And I actually own this figure. That's why I was like, ooh. I was like, this is the agent, U.S. agent. I think I own this figure and the Captain America, and I also have the Marvel card, and it's probably all messed up because as a kid I didn't know, oh, I gotta collect these. I used to just play with my trading cards, look at them, for, I don't know, I was weird like that. I'll pull out and just look at them and mess with them. I didn't have no siblings growing up. Like, I have a brother and sister now, but when I was little, no. They came around when I was already a grown man. Alright, so now you can see his face. Now you can see this guy's face. Ain't that cool? Alright, and now this one, I love Cable. I actually own this one too. I don't know if I still have them. I might still have them. I love the feel of this figure. That's why I want to take it out. I just want to open it up and take them out and just feel that nostalgia. Just feel that, oh, I'm a kid again. That's a great feeling. Stuff you don't want to let go. Cable is one of those figures. I just want to lift his arms up and beat another person up with him. That's one thing with Cable. I love to use him to be, that arm, that silver arm. Pow! It's like magical. It's imagination as a kid. It comes back when you put these figures in your hands. Okay, so these last two I picked up, and see, the last time I went to, it was what is it? Pot of Gold Collectibles. I love to pick up horror stuff and like older stuff because they have good price on older stuff, but the good prices be on stuff that's in big ass box, and I don't have room. I need to get that, what's that called? A bookshelf, so I could start just saying screw. If they're big cases, I'm just gonna bust these open. You know what I mean? And maybe just list them on eBay if someone wants to buy the what's that called? Nah, I should just throw it away because I don't want to keep that crap. So you know what I'm saying? Just throw it away and just put it on the bookshelf because I seen a bunch of cool stuff there that was like older stuff that it's all Spawn stuff too, but they're such big things. I was like, no, I can't. I don't got the room. So I kind of shied away from picking those things up, and they're for a good price. And basically, they're from the 1990s. So it's the stuff that I kind of want, but like I was shopping for horror, so that's why I was just like put to the pedals. Maybe next time I go, I'll be like, okay, now I'm going for nostalgia. Spend some money. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But I am on the hunt to pick up a lot of just stuff from the 90s and all that, and just something that I cling to, the X-Files. I love this show. This show was so cool to me. You know what I mean? Even after this dude was on other shows like HBO, he was like a, slanging his dang, and, he was a player. He's even in a movie, I think it's called Evolution, or I forgot, but it's with the dude Stifler and stuff, and it's really good. It's a sci-fi, and with Joanna Man, the dude from Joanna Man, really cool movie. I love this actor. It's tight, and then all this cool stuff. He comes with a body, and then a little. It's cool things that these are interesting. I got this for dirt cheap, and it's probably because it's in such a big casing. And then I also picked up, what was it, Scully, I think? Yeah. And it comes with a zombie-looking figure and what. I remember watching a few of these movies, and I recently watched one thinking it was the first movie, and it just didn't hit. I was just waiting for the good movie to pop up, and I was like, "What is this I'm watching?" So I guess they made a part 2 movie or something. I don't know. I didn't know that. They tried to go for another run, but this show was incredible. Do you love the X-Files? I love the X-Files. And so these are figures that I have hung on my wall, kind of in the cuts and buried and never seen, because really they don't deserve to be on the wall. They deserve to be just out and about, chilling, because I'm not going to get rid of this stuff. And I see that I ran like almost 11 minutes. So, hey, if y'all like spending this, me making these kind of videos and spending time just chopping it up, shooting the crap, then, go give this video a thumbs up, so it could put it in the algorithm, and hopefully you stayed and watched this long. If you did, I appreciate you, and we're gonna continue doing these kind of videos and different stuff. But time, it's finding the time, and so I don't think I'm gonna be editing this video. I'm just gonna straight upload it to you guys, and just give y'all the pure everything. So go like this video. If you haven't already, subscribe. Go subscribe. Let's talk about whatever in the comments. What is the reason why you got into collecting? Was it because of childhood? And another thing, when you take stuff out, and do you still have those like making up little games and like stuff like that? Let's just talk about everything what we do with action figures. You know what I mean? As adults, because we're all kids growing up into this stuff and become teenagers and then just, grown adults, and we still continue to collect. I love it. So let's talk about toys and hobbies. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.